My name is Caroline. 2 weeks ago, I found out my husband married me because of a bet. A stupid, cruel bet his friends made when we were in college. Marry the fat girl for a year and win $10,000. I wasn't supposed to find out. Ever. But drunk men talk. And I happened to be standing in the right place at the wrong time. This is what happened next. I met Ryan when I was 21. Junior year of college. I was studying architecture. He was in business. We had one class together, economics. He sat behind me. I'd always been heavy. Not just a little. Significantly overweight since I was a kid. I'd dealt with bullying, cruel comments, being invisible to men my whole life. By college, I'd built thick skin. Stopped expecting romantic attention. Focused on my studies instead. So when Ryan started talking to me after class, I was suspicious. Guys like him didn't talk to girls like me. He was attractive, popular, came from money. I was none of those things. But he seemed genuine. Asked about my day. Made jokes. Invited me to study together. I kept waiting for the punchline. For his friends to jump out laughing. For the cruel reveal. It never came. We studied together twice a week. Then got coffee. Then dinner. And one night, after a month of this, he kissed me. I pulled back. What are you doing? What do you mean? Why are you doing this? Is this some kind of joke? He looked hurt. No. Caroline, I like you. A lot. I have since the first day of class. People like you don't like people like me. What does that mean? I gestured at myself. At my body. At the obvious difference between us. He took my hand. I don't care about that. I care about you. The person. The way you think. The way you make me laugh. I know you probably don't believe me. But I'm serious. I want to be with you. I wanted to believe him. God, I wanted to believe him so badly. So I did. We dated for 2 years. He was perfect. Attentive. Loving. Never once made me feel less than. Defended me when his friends made comments. Shut down anyone who said something cruel. His family was less accepting. His mother looked at me like I was something stuck to her shoe. His father ignored me entirely. But Ryan didn't care. Said he loved me. That his family would come around. We graduated. Both got jobs in the city. Moved in together. Built a life. I kept waiting for it to fall apart. For him to wake up and realize he could do better. For the real reason he was with me to reveal itself. But it never did. He proposed after 3 years. Small, intimate proposal. Just us. He said I was his best friend. His person. That he couldn't imagine life without me. We got married 6 months later. Small wedding. His family barely showed up. Mine was thrilled. My mom cried through the whole ceremony. Kept saying she never thought she'd see me this happy. I was happy. Deliriously happy. I'd found someone who loved me exactly as I was. Who chose me every day. Who made me feel beautiful when the world had always told me I wasn't. We bought a house. Both got promotions. Started talking about kids. Everything was perfect. For 5 years, everything was perfect. Then came Ryan's college reunion. His 10th year. He wanted to go. I didn't. Seeing all those people who'd looked through me in college felt like torture. But he insisted. Said we'd go together. That it would be fun. The reunion was at a hotel downtown. Cocktail hour. Dinner. Dancing. The whole thing. I wore a dress I felt good in. Did my makeup carefully. Tried to feel confident. Ryan held my hand the whole way there. Told me I looked beautiful. I almost believed him. The party was exactly what I expected. People who hadn't given me a second glance in college suddenly being overly friendly. That fake kindness that's somehow worse than cruelty. Ryan stayed by my side. Introduced me as his wife with pride. About an hour in, I went to the bathroom. When I came out, I heard voices from a corner near the coat check. Men's voices. Laughing. I recognized one. Derek. Ryan's college roommate. Still his close friend. Can you believe it's been 5 years? Derek said. Longest con in history. I still can't believe he actually did it, another voice said. Jason. Another friend from their group. $10,000 is $10,000, Derek laughed, though I thought he'd bail after the first year. My heart started pounding. I stepped closer. Hidden by the wall. They couldn't see me. Remember how shocked we all were when he proposed? Jason said. Like, dude, the bet was for a year. You won. You could have walked. That's Ryan though, Derek said. Commits to the bit. Plus her family loves him. And she's got that architecture firm job now. Makes decent money. Not a total loss. Still, 5 years. That's dedication. He's playing the long game. Thinking about the divorce settlement probably. They laughed, both of them. Like it was the funniest thing in the world. I stood there, frozen. Unable to move. Unable to breathe. You think she knows? Jason asked. No way. She's completely clueless. Thinks he actually loves her. Poor thing. Poor thing. She got 5 years with Ryan fucking Mitchell. She should be grateful. More laughter. I backed away slowly, quietly. Made my way to the bathroom. Locked myself in a stall. And sat there, shaking. The pieces started falling into place. Things I'd dismissed. Excuses I'd made. The way his friends always seemed amused when we were together. The inside jokes I never understood. The looks they'd exchange when Ryan introduced me. His family's coldness. Like they were waiting for something. Waiting for this to end. The fact that he pursued me so aggressively at first. Out of nowhere. For no reason I could understand. I'd thought I was lucky. Thought I'd found the one man who saw past my appearance. Who loved me for me. But there was no love. There never had been. Just a bet. A cruel, humiliating bet. And I'd been too desperate, too grateful, too pathetic to see it. I don't know how long I sat in that bathroom. Long enough that Ryan came looking for me. Caroline? You okay? I came out. Looked at him. This man I'd loved for 7 years. This man I'd built a life with. This man I'd trusted completely. I want to go home, I said. Already? We just got here. Now. Something in my voice made him stop arguing. We left, drove home in silence. He kept asking if I was okay. I kept saying I was fine. I wasn't fine. I would never be fine again. That night, I didn't sleep. Just lay there. Staring at the ceiling. Next to a man who'd been lying to me for 7 years. In the morning, Ryan left for work like normal. Kissed my forehead. Said he loved me. I said nothing. When he was gone, I started searching. Email. Phone. Computer. Looking for proof. For evidence of what I'd heard. I found it in an old email account he didn't think I knew about. From Derek. Dated 8 years ago. Right after Ryan and I started dating. Can't believe you're actually doing this. Caroline Evans? Seriously? 10 grand says you can't keep it up for a year. Easiest money you'll ever lose. Ryan's response, bet accepted. This will be fun. There were more updates throughout that first year. Ryan complaining about dates. About having to pretend to be attracted to me. About how hard it was to keep up the act. Then something shifted. Around month 8. The emails got shorter. Less detailed. Like he'd lost interest in documenting it. I found the Venmo transaction. From Derek to Ryan. $10,000. Dated 1 year and 2 weeks after our first date. Caption, easiest money you ever made. Ryan had won his bet. And then kept going. Proposed. Married me. Built a life with me. Why? I called in sick to work. Spent the day going through everything. Every email. Every text I could access. Every piece of our history. Looking for the moment it became real. The moment he actually fell in love with me. The moment the bet turned into something genuine. I never found it. What I found instead were messages to Derek about exit strategies. About how to end things without looking like the bad guy. About waiting for the right moment. Those messages were from 3 years ago. 2 years into our marriage. He'd been planning to leave. And then something changed. He stopped talking about it. Stopped planning. Because I got my promotion. Started making real money. Became financially valuable. That's when he started talking about buying a house. About building equity together. About joint accounts. I wasn't his wife. I was an investment. Ryan came home that night to find me sitting in the dark, waiting. Hey, everything okay? You didn't answer my texts. Tell me about the bet. He froze. What? The bet. From college. $10,000. 1 year. Tell me about it. The color drained from his face. Caroline, don't insult me further. I know. I heard Derek and Jason at the reunion. I found the emails. The Venmo payment. All of it. So don't lie. For once in 7 years, don't lie to me. He sat down. Heavily. Like his legs had given out. How long have you known? Since last night. Your turn. How long were you planning to keep this going? It's not what you think. Then tell me what it is. Explain to me how marrying someone as a joke is anything other than what I think. It started as a bet. I won't lie about that. Derek challenged me. Said I couldn't date you for a year. And I took the bet. I'm not proud of it. Clearly not proud enough to ever mention it. But it changed. You changed me. Somewhere along the way, it became real. When? When did it become real, Ryan? Because I found emails from 3 years ago where you were planning how to divorce me. He flinched. So when? When exactly did you fall in love with me? Before or after I started making 6 figures? That's not fair. Fair? You want to talk about fair? You built our entire relationship on a lie. You married me as a fucking joke. And I'm the one being unfair. I love you now. That's what matters. Do you? Or do you love the life I provide? The house. The joint income. The respectability. He said nothing. Get out. Caroline, please, get out of my house. It's our house. Get out. He left. Stayed with Derek that night. Probably told him I'd found out. Probably strategized about damage control. I called a lawyer the next morning. Best divorce attorney in the city. Told her everything. She smiled. The kind of smile that meant someone was about to pay. This is fraud, she said. Fraudulent inducement to marriage. He obtained your consent through deception. We can argue the entire marriage is void. Or at the very least, you're entitled to significant damages. I don't want damages. I want out. And I want him to have nothing. We can do that. The divorce was brutal. Ryan fought. Claimed he really did love me. That the bet was ancient history. That our marriage was real regardless of how it started. My lawyer buried him. Produced every email. Every text. Every piece of evidence of his ongoing deception. His plans to leave. His financial motivations for staying. His lawyer tried to settle. Offered to split everything 50-50. Just make it go away quietly. I refused. Pushed for trial. Made it public record. Let everyone see what he'd done. Ryan's family was horrified. Not at what he'd done. But that I'd exposed it. That I'd embarrassed them. His friends stopped talking to him. Turned out being associated with the guy who married someone as a bet wasn't great for their reputations either. He lost his job. The publicity was too much. His company didn't want the association. And I got everything. The house. The savings. The retirement accounts. My lawyer argued successfully that all marital assets acquired through fraud belonged to the defrauded party. The judge agreed. It's been 6 months since the divorce finalized. I sold the house. Too many memories. Too much poison in every room. I moved across the country. New job. New city. Fresh start. I've gained more weight since everything happened. Stress eating. Depression. But weirdly, I care less than I ever have. Because I finally understand that the problem was never my body. It was never my appearance. The problem was that I believed someone like me could only be loved as a joke. I'm in therapy now. Working through it. The betrayal. The humiliation. The years I lost to a lie. Some days are better than others. Some days I'm angry. Furious at him for what he did. furious at myself for not seeing it. Other days, I'm just sad. Mourning the relationship I thought I had. The love I thought was real. But mostly, I'm relieved. Because I'm not living a lie anymore. I'm not performing for someone who's performing for me. I'm not building a life with someone who sees me as a long-term investment strategy. I'm alone. And that's terrifying. But it's honest. And I'll take honest loneliness over false love any day. I don't know if I'll ever trust anyone again. How do you trust after something like this? How do you believe someone when they say they love you? How do you know it's real? I don't have those answers yet. Maybe I never will. What I do know is this: I'm worth more than a bet. I'm worth more than $10,000. I'm worth more than being someone's joke, their social experiment, their financial strategy. It took losing everything to learn that. But I learned it. Ryan tried to reach out last month. Long email. Apologizing. Saying he does love me. That he's always loved me. That he made mistakes, but his feelings were real. I deleted it without finishing. Because even if it's true, even if somewhere along the way he did fall in love with me, it doesn't matter. The foundation was rotten. Everything built on it was contaminated. You can't salvage a house built on lies. You can only tear it down and start over. So that's what I'm doing. Starting over. Building something new. This time on solid ground. This time being honest with myself about what I deserve. And what I deserve is someone who chose me from the beginning. Not because of a bet. Not because of money. Not because of convenience or inertia or sunk cost fallacy. But because they actually saw me. And loved what they saw. Not despite anything. Just because. I don't know if I'll find that. But I know I won't find it by settling for less. 7 years. 7 years of my life based on a lie. Based on cruelty disguised as love. But those 7 years taught me something valuable. They taught me that I'm stronger than I thought. That I can survive the unsurvivable. That I can walk away from everything I thought I wanted and still be okay. More than okay. Free.